High school football from across the desert Southwest is here. Varsity Blitz starts right now.
Week 4 and we ain't feeling sore, and we're here with more. Welcome into the Varsity Blitz, everyone. Vanessa Gongora here with Luis Lopez. Luis, here we are already a month in with football being back in the desert Southwest.
Yeah, that's right, Vanessa, and what a month it's been. And the team with maybe the best month so far in the area, the Calipatria Hornets, were actually off to their best start in over 14 years. Yeah,
Tony Leon's squad unbeaten through 2 games, but could they reach 4-0 for the first time in years?
Well, let's go ahead and find out. Over to Veterans Field, Hornets having to wait a long 3 weeks to play their home opener as they get things started in Calipat against the Tri-City Christian Eagles. First Hornets drive of the night. Talk about a fake here. Certainly got me as the cameraman. Jordan Potter initially standing still for the handoff, fakes out everyone. He turns it into a big gain. 15 yards on the run there. A few plays later, senior quarterback Dominic Hawk, this is a design keeper for him, bounces to the sideline, nearly tripped up, but how about the balance here? What a run for Hawk. Hornets on the board first. You know what, though? These Hornets, they're a little greedy. They're going for 2 here. This time the handoff to Hawk, running to the same spot. 2-point conversion, good. Calipat up by 8. On the ensuing kickoff, well, you know what? We've got a treat for you here. Eagles returner gonna bobble this one a little bit initially. He tries for a few yards, but how about Jesus Delgado bringing the boom, the hit stick in full effect for the senior. Almost looking like Troy Polamalu when you take the hair into account as well. That would sum up the night for the Eagles. 28-6 the final score. And how about these Hornets? Now 4-0 for the first time in over 2 decades.
How about that? Well, Central Spartans were playing host tonight to the Otay Ranch Mustangs as the Spartans aim to start 4-0 on the season. Spartans go 3-and-out on their first drive. Otay Ranch looking to get on the board first here. You don't see this every day. It's lefty kicker Alejandro Farias who nails this one from 38 yards out. Mustangs lead 3-0. Next possession for the Spartans, QB Luis Jimenez rolls to his left, and he's going to find his man, Angel Vasquez, who keeps the chains moving for Central. Whoops. The Spartans would go scoreless in quarter 1. Mustangs get the ball back. He hands it off to Prince Dumarin, who gets crushed by Spartan Junior LB Matthew Liziola. Still that same drive for Otay Ranch. QB AJ Lopez on the move, trying to put his team up, diving for the pylon. But what a stop from Central LB Gavin Moore, who saves the touchdown. But it wouldn't be enough as the Mustangs extend their lead here with the little Philadelphia Eagles style tush push. Otay Ranch goes on to win this one 27-20. Central's now 3-1 on the season.
Tough loss for the Spartans to Burger Field, where the undefeated Holtville Vikings hosted the 0-3 El Cajon Valley Braves. Holtville debuting a new touchdown cannon, and they'd get it going early and often. Opening drive for Holtville here. The give goes to Hector Sanchez, who powers and stretches his way in for the touchdown. Go ahead and fire that cannon up early. Next Holtville drive, Alonso Cuevas rolling left, going deep, and he's got Raul Briseño, who turns on the afterburners and takes it in for the touchdown. Vikes up 16-zip in the blink of an eye. Still in the first quarter. Holtville once again within striking distance. This time it's Enrique Armas who trucks a Brave on his way for another Holtville touchdown. And you know what? The Viking D also come into play in tonight's game. Edwin Carmona throwing this one up for the Braves, but he is picked off by Asael Miranda. Following drive after a Cuevas injury, Briseño taking over at quarterback, and here he'd hit Alan Carrillo for the score. It was all Vikings in this one as Holtville rolls 56-0.
To Warrenfield, the Brawley Wildcats returning home as they host last year's Division I champions, the Augustine Saints, looking for their first win of the season. Saints with their first possession of the game, tossing it left to Charlie Berkeley before being wrapped up by Damien Clemente for a short gain. Saints now in Wildcat territory as quarterback Kakoa DeLuz finds Dylan Tarr with the one-handed grab before being spun down by Matthew Gutierrez. Saints opening drive would eat up 9 minutes of game time and set up this 40-yard field goal attempt that would sail wide right, leaving the Saints empty-handed. Brawley with their first drive of the game. Gutierrez finding a streaking Sergio Garcia for a nice gain and a first down. Wildcats moving the ball down the field as Gutierrez steps up in the pocket and throws an absolute dime to Brandon Porras, setting up a first and goal. But illegal procedure by Brawley brings it all the way back to midfield. Start of the second quarter, Gutierrez takes a shot into the end zone through the hands of Garcia. But hey, that's pass interference and giving the Wildcats a first and goal. The Wildcats unable to capitalize as this pass is deflected and intercepted in the end zone by Caleb Aguirre for a touchback. Despite the sluggish start, the Wildcats would run away with this one 30-7, keeping their perfect season still intact.
All right, when we come back, you've heard of road teams before, but maybe not quite this far away. Hear who some of the Yuma teams welcomed into town after the break.
I'm John, Republican, veteran, small business owner. When I hire someone, I look at resumes for the most qualified person, and that's not Carrie Lake. She'll say whatever it takes to win, doesn't offer any real solutions, and that's dangerous. But Ruben Gallego is a man of principles. That's why he has a plan for the border, fighting to lower costs for families, and served our country in the Marines. That's the kind of person I'd hire.
I'm Ruben Gallego, and I approve this message. A simple smile can light up a whole room. And for 25 years, Smile Train has been lighting up the world with smiles. Visit smiletrain.org to learn how Smile Train is supporting the cleft community all over the world.
Screen time's over.
Be home by 11?
Put your phone down while we're eating.
When parents set boundaries, keep track of where their kids go, and talk to them about the dangers of underage drinking and drugs. They keep their kids safe. Visit TalkNowAZ.com. Be the influence. Talk early. Talk often. Talk now.
Thanks. Thank you.
Muchas gracias.
This message is sponsored by the Substance Abuse Coalition Leaders of Arizona.
Hey there, Martina McBride here to introduce the new Lady Luck Scratch-Off ticket. You could win the trip of a lifetime to see me perform in the Smoky Mountains at an exclusive venue. And that's not all. There will be more chances to win cash prizes with a staggering $500,000 up for grabs. So don't miss out. Simply buy and enter your Lady Luck Scratch-Off ticket today.
Now you can leave home and leave the tanks behind with Inogen, the portable oxygen concentrator that moves with you.
This little box changed my life. I can now do all those things that I want to do. You just press the button here, and there's my oxygen.
American-designed and manufactured Inogen systems are small and light and deliver up to 12 hours of medical-grade oxygen on a single charge.
Now that I've got my Inogen, I've got my freedom back. I'm back to living again.
Call us right now. Try an Inogen system for 30 days risk-free.
Let's go! Like Deadpool and Wolverine, you can be a hero. Save a best friend for life at a shelter near you.
Yeah! Look at you! She's coming with us!
No, she's not.
Oh, yes.
Visit bestfriends.org today and bring love home.
You're watching Varsity Blitz. The best highlights, the best plays, continuing right now.
You're watching Varsity Blitz on 13 on your side. Go Shamrocks!
Welcome back, everyone. So as many of you know, if our local teams aren't facing each other, they're usually facing competition from either Arizona or Southern California, obviously, right?
Well, yeah, of course, Vanessa, but this week, given us a big change of pace as out of town would be an understatement for some of the squads coming into Yuma today, including against the Shamrocks, as they'd welcome in a team with a special connection to Yuma, Palma, coming all the way from Salinas, California. Woo. And hey, if it isn't already, let's just go ahead and call this one the Ag Bowl.
To Ricky Gwynn Stadium, there are the CIAF Division 4A champions, Palma Chieftains. Both teams undefeated. The Rocks looking to stay perfect, much like QB Nash Ott was a week ago. He'd have to wait a while to get into this one. Opening kickoff, Shamrocks to receive on the kick. It's muffed by Yuma Catholic and recovered by Palma. Weird stuff happening early on this Friday, the 13th. Lots of penalties early in this one. Palma facing a 2nd and 24 from the Rocks 36. Did I mention it was Friday the 13th? Patrick Driscoll back to pass and is picked off by our Defensive Player of the Year, Rocky Stallworth, with the pick 6 from 65 plus. Extra point would be no good, so Rocks up early 6-0. Next drive for Palma, 4th down in Rocks territory. Hi, cheerleaders. They're going to go for it. Driscoll down the seam. It's tipped by Yuma Catholic, then caught inside the 5 by Palma's Weldon Chisholm. Look at that. Palma with another 4th down try. This one from inside the 1. The Rocks defense came to play. Watch the pursuit. They plug all the gaps. Nowhere for the running back to sneak through. Another stop for the Yuma Catholic defense. Yuma Catholic's offense wouldn't get on the field until 1 minute remained in the opening quarter. Rocks go on to win 21-7. Hunter Hancock had a kick return for a TD, a rushing TD, and a blocked field goal in the win.
And to Raider Field, where the Raiders took on the Layton Christian Academy Eagles, who traveled over 700 miles from Utah, but they still came ready. Senior quarterback Chris Monroe pulling it on a read option, the 1-yard rushing touchdown. Eagles on the board early. Next drive, a high snap going over the quarterback's head, and the Eagles recover deep in Raider territory. Eagles hand it off here to senior running back Kaya Maidalazi, who had turned the corner, staying in bounds and running it in for the 12-yard touchdown. Cibola forced to punt, but they wouldn't give up easily. They forced a fumble. You know what? Raiders get the recovery. Cibola cheerleaders trying to get some momentum going and turn this game around, but it just was not the Raiders' night. Eagles getting the ball back after another Cibola punt. A low snap turns into a 21-yard rushing touchdown for Monroe, his 2nd of the first quarter. Eagles lead 20-0 at the end of the first, and you know what? They're going to head back home to Utah with a win. A final score of 46-6 as Cibola falls to a record of 0-3.
Header Fallick Field, where the Kofa Kings are taking on the River Valley Dust Devils. We begin with opening kickoff. We got a good boot from Alfredo Azera, and Dust Devil Caleb Newland is bobbing, weaving, and fighting his way through. The Kings finding the hole down the sideline, but Leo Reynoso says don't think so with the hard takedown on the 45. 2nd and 10 for River Valley, a handoff to Jaden Plotkin. And look at the offensive line pushing the Kings out of the way to make it a straight shot to the end zone for the Dust Devil. Touchdown, first on the board, 7-0. Kofa ends up punting on 4th down. So River Valley makes their way back into the red zone. QB fakes handoff, swings out of the pocket, and lets it fly to Gavin Rodriguez for the touchdown. 14-0 Dust Devils. 2nd quarter, 3rd down for Kofa. Luis Rodriguez finds Samuel Nunez, but gets stopped by the Dust Devils. Dust Devils up 21-0. Next drive on the 44. Mickey Smith going long, but Kofa's Isaiah Luna gets there first to break up the pass, though still not enough to stop River Valley. Dust Devils win 49-0.
The last night's game between the 2-1 Vincent Memorial Scots and the 0-2 Southwest Eagles being played in Calexico over at Ward Field. Opening drive, Patricio Carranza back to pass, under pressure here, and he is dropped for a sack. Abe Moreno and Olin Underwood combining on the tackle, and the Eagle D forcing a punt. Ensuing drive, Alex Garcia firing over the middle, and it's right at Alvaro Pereira, returning it back for a touchdown, but after a penalty, that would be called back. Still Scots ball, though. Towards the end zone here, he's going to decide to tuck it and run. That's Carranza weaving his way through the Eagle defense, and he takes it in for the touchdown. Vincent Memorial striking first, and after a turnover on downs, the Scots back in the red zone here. Carranza on the move again, this time firing to the end zone. Ricardo Vizcarra getting it inbounds for another Scots touchdown. To the 2nd quarter we go. Carranza taking the snap here. He's going to be forced out to his right. Throws on the move, his left, but this one intercepted by Garcia. A big-time stop by the Eagle D, but their defense just couldn't get much of anything going last night, and the Scots would make them pay. Carranza delivering a strike over the middle to Mateo Ramos, who takes it in for another touchdown. Vincent Memorial runs away with it, 49-0 as they move to 3-1 to start the season.
All right, now let's check out our out-of-town scoreboards. Hilly Ridge at Chrisman. Tough loss for the Hawks. A fumble at the Rattler 5-yard line taken back for Chrisman TD with less than a minute to go. 39-27 the final score. First win in school history for Chrisman. To Yuma at Push Ridge. Very tough road game for the Crims as they drop this one 51 the final.
And unfortunately, I do believe we are still waiting on that San Pasqual final score. Imperial, however, with a big win. They would take that one 48-6.